Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome back to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, legendary leadership coach, a TEDx speaker, and a best selling author. And today, I'm going to bring up something very interesting and something different than what you have been hearing of. So, what is the topic? The topic for the day is slow and steady does not win the race. Yes, you heard it right. Now, let me narrate a story with you all, a story which we all are familiar with. This is the story of Hare and Tortoise. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Hare and Tortoise. Both the friends, while in one of the arguments, the argument goes so deep, and then they actually get in the argument and they start fighting, and they actually conclude by coming up with a challenge, a competition between the two, where they actually decide that whoever wins the race, right, would be called as the best among the two. And both of them get ready for the race. And what happens is, in the race, the tortoise moves very slow, whereas the hare runs very fast. And while it is yet to reach the finish line, very close to the finish line, the hare actually looks back and then sees the tortoise is nowhere in the scene. So the hare decides, why not I take some rest? So that the tortoise, anyways, is not going to make it happen and I can still win it. So the hare actually takes some rest. He takes a nap, and the moment his eyes open, he suddenly sees that the tortoise is just next to the finishing line. The hare makes an attempt to actually run, but then since the tortoise was just close to the finishing line, the tortoise is able to cross the finishing line and win the race. Now, I know we have heard this story many times, right from our childhood, but the message we got through this story is slow and steady wins the race. But then in leadership, let me ask you, do you think slow and steady wins the race? And in leadership, if you are in the leadership role, what do you need to become? Do you think you need to become a hare, or do you think you need to become a tortoise? I want you to think about it. If you are in the corporate world, what do you need to become? Do you need to become the hare or the tortoise? Now, some of you might be thinking the answer might be hare. For some of you, the answer might be tortoise. And some of you, the smarter ones, would be saying it's a combination of both hare and tortoise. But let me tell you one thing, you don't have to become either the hare or the tortoise, nor the combination. You just need to become somebody special as a leader. Who is that? You need to become a legendary leader who is neither slow nor inconsistent. The legendary leader is always working at a very high speed. And also, while legendary leaders look at speed, they also look at stability. So both speed and stability is something that's important for legendary leaders. So now let me actually share this story from the corporate world. How many of you remember Blockbuster? Do you remember Blockbuster? Blockbuster at one point of time was a profit making company. It was really making news across everywhere, across the globe, for its what? For its DVD rentals. They were dominating in this space and they felt that nobody can win them. But then what happened with Blockbuster? Blockbuster did not see the trend of streaming services like Netflix and all coming and becoming the new trend. Blockbuster clearly ignored that and did not take any steps. And because of that, Blockbuster actually got into the zone where they declared themselves as bankrupt in 2010. While Netflix actually grew faster and became a leader in the streaming industry, Blockbuster, which was already dominating, was nowhere to be seen. And if you see, this is again similar to the hare and tortoise story. When you actually, as a leader, are not able to see what you need to see, and when you actually are operating at a very slow pace, this is what happens. And I'm going to give you three reasons why slow and steady in leadership does not work. Number one, rapid changes in the business environment. Today, we know technology is changing at a very rapid pace, right? At a very rapid pace. And even businesses are changing at a very rapid pace. So, if you as a leader are actually slowing down your decision making process, if you are not adapting the new changes, whether it is artificial intelligence or any other changes that is happening, robots or whatever is happening today, automation, if you are not adapting to the new change, the new technology or the trend, and looking at what is going to be the future looking like, what will happen is, if you think you're going to slow down, no, you're not going to slow down. You are actually going to crash down, because if you don't have speed, if you are very slow, then you are not even in the race, right? You will be so behind in the race that you will not even exist in the race, right? So that is one of the reasons why slow and steady does not win the race. And the second reason is need for innovation and creativity. In leadership, you need to be innovative. If you are running an organization or a bigger unit of the organization, you need to be innovative and creative. If you are not innovative and creative, your organization will struggle, your teams will struggle. And if you're not able to do that, then of course success is not going to come. And the third reason is opportunity cost. While you make slow decisions or while you don't make certain decisions, what you lose is the opportunity cost, the cost of the opportunities that you have missed. What did Blockbuster lose? Lost such a big opportunity, like they paid such a big opportunity cost, and also they paid the ignorance cost, because they did not look for what is the new trend that is coming in. So when you are able to actually, when you don't see this, and when you look at why, like if you have to look at why slow and steady does not win the race, these are some of the important reasons. And of course there are multiple other reasons why in leadership slow and steady does not win the race. So what's the solution? The solution is, as a leader, you need to be proactive, because you need to be proactive in terms of understanding what is happening in the market, how is the market going to change, and you need to start understanding the future of the marketplace. Because as a leader, if you don't understand the future of the marketplace, if you don't understand the future of business, then you will not be able to grow the business. And the second thing as a leader is you need to be adaptable. See, there are so many things that are changing, and changing at a very rapid pace. And if you are rigid, what will happen? Because of the rigidity that you have, your organization and your teams are going to struggle. But if you are adaptable, right? Today, if you see, a lot of things that we are actually looking at are in the agile model, right? When we talk about agile model, we are not building everything at once, but we are building part by part and in agile, right? The agile methodology. And adaptability is where you implement the agile methodology, and also you are adaptable to any changes, right? Anything that is happening, you are adapting to that changes, right? Whether it is automation coming into play or anything for that matter, you adapt to the changes as you are a great leader. So if you are able to adapt to the changes, right, then you will be able to grow your organization. Then you will be able to get success, not only for yourself, not only for your teams, but also for your organization. So if I have to summarize, right, stop being the hare or the tortoise, or even stop doing something like the big organization did in terms of the mistakes, like the Nokia or the Blockbusters that I spoke about. Stop doing those mistakes and become adaptable, become agile, and become what? Adaptable, agile, and also proactive, so that you can get results not only for yourself but for your organization. So, to conclude, slow and steady does not win the race. As a leader, you need to pick up speed and stability. So, that's the solution for you as a legendary leader. Thank you so much for listening to me. And until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. See you. Thank you.